Today I've been back in the woods looking for fairies. I found this wand tucked into the crook of a tree, and then something else. Further up the tree, I spotted a little door. I knocked to see if anyone was in. I tried the door handle, but the door would not open. Then I noticed that there was something else at the bottom of the tree on the forest floor. In a little clearing, there were the tiniest little pots I'd ever seen, all planted up. And then next to them was this sign. It says the Gardener's Guild in the fairy language. And then I noticed something else. A little further off, another part of the forest floor had been cleared. There was a miniature trowel and a spade, and some very small plants. They looked like radish leaves, but they were far too small for radishes. I wanted to leave a gift, and earlier I'd collected some catkins, so I put them down just by the clearing with the idea that I would come back later. I put away my camera, but then something really magical happened. I wasn't able to film it, but I've recorded it in my sketchbook. A little way from the clearing, I'd found a beautiful mushroom, and I was sketching it. Then something caught my eye, something very tiny, just beneath the mushroom. I noticed a little dark round dot that looked like it was waving at me. I looked closer and saw that it was a little woodlouse. Woodlice don't wave at people, do they? I leaned in closer, and to my surprise, I saw that the woodlice was standing on its back legs and waving at me, and it had a lovely smile on its face. Then, quick as a flash, the woodlice scuttled around the corner to where the clearing was, and that was when I saw him. Standing in the clearing was a little old man fairy with a floppy green hat and pointy ears. He was busy digging something up from the ground and didn't seem to notice me. He bent down and picked up 2 miniature radishes. Then, from his sleeve, he pulled his wand, tapped one of the radishes, and then suddenly it became enormous. I had never seen such a big radish in my life. I stood there with my mouth wide open in amazement. Then the little fairy turned his head and looked straight at me. He straightened up and leant on his spade and looked at me with a very friendly smile. I realised that this was Gibly the gardener fairy, who my friend Flip had told me about. He pointed to the radish and then, in the blink of an eye, had disappeared. I pulled out my camera and started recording again. There was the big radish, as real as can be. I picked it up, and behind it was a golden fairy charm. What a lovely adventure. I wonder who I'll meet next time I'm in the woods. I hope you'll join me again.